So the United States just bombed Venezuela and kidnapped its leader, President Maduro. This is completely awful, but it's also an invasion that is going to fail for the United States. And I want to give 3 reasons why. The first thing you need to understand is that the anti-imperialist movement in Venezuela, which is often referred to as the Bolivarian Revolution, is not centered on a single individual. This is a movement that is shared obviously by the Venezuelan government more broadly, but also by the Venezuelan masses. And listen, even if you don't like the Venezuelan government, the truth of the matter is there are millions of people in the country that do back it. So by trying to get rid of President Maduro, it's not like this movement is going to suddenly go away. We already know this because, of course, when Hugo Chavez passed away, it's not like the Bolivarian Revolution and anti-imperialism was also gone. Of course, what happened is someone else just took over, this being President Maduro, and likewise with President Maduro now gone, the anti-imperialism is still strong in the country. And I think it's really important to emphasize this point, and I just want to say one more thing about it, because I'm already seeing, headlines from Western media, but even Western leftists who are talking about how, Donald Trump is going to take all the oil over, as if that's going to happen immediately, or that Donald Trump already has new leadership that's ready to take over Venezuela. This is not the case. It's at least something that's not going to happen in the immediate term. The Venezuelan government is still in full control of the country, a fact that's even recognized by neoliberal Western outlets like Bloomberg, for instance. Now, the second thing you understand is just how big Venezuela is. By contrast, Venezuela is roughly twice as big as the country of Iraq. Of course, when the United States went into Iraq in 2003, that invasion was, at least initially, quite quick. But Venezuela is twice as big, and it also has plenty of mountains and more forests, of course, than Iraq. But of course, even the United States in Iraq was there for roughly 8 to 10 years. If the United States were to try to fully invade Venezuela, it would likewise see an insurgency, an insurrection that'd be going on for that amount of time or maybe even longer. It would not be a walk in the park for the United States at all, and taking control of the oil would be very difficult. The third thing that you need to understand is that this invasion is also highly unpopular. This is an invasion that only 45% of Americans oppose, with roughly only 17% in favor. And even amongst Republicans, these are right-wing conservatives, only 34%, roughly 1/3, favor the overthrow of the President Maduro. I think this is really important because I know a lot of people are going to say in response, well, the United States government doesn't care. That's not fully true, because the United States government does care, not because they're sympathetic, but because they want to make sure that their own population is under control. It's why they engage in so much propaganda. And when you have a war that's unpopular, that risks having further consequences within your own country. So for these 3 reasons, I think this invasion is going to fail for the United States. I'd like to hear your thoughts and give a comment as well. Thank you.